My name is Aries Kae. I am from Ontario and I sing, I rap, and I write songs. What attracted me to the industry? Uh, it's hard to remember exactly just because I've been wanting to do this for so long since I was such a little kid. I think initially it was just seeing powerful women on stage doing their thing. That's what attracted me to it. Initially, I wanted to be that. I wanted to be that person who was up there, singing, being myself, and just kind of showing the world who I was. As I grew and actually started getting involved in the industry, what attracted me to it more was the people that I met through it. The like-minded people that I was able to meet by being an artist. Sometimes we don't necessarily, as artists, always find ourselves around people who think the way that we do, who are creative, who think outside the box, kind of in the daily grind. So when I first started getting involved with this, being around people who all were kind of, had similar values to me, similar ways of living life, and wanting to create and make a better world and shift the paradigm is something that attracted me to it more. So I've been in the industry making my own music for about 10 years now. So I dropped my first demo project when I was 18. So it's been 10 years. And then in terms of actually working in the industry and getting paid to do this, paid to sing, getting paid gigs, it's been about 7 or 8 years. I got my first paid gig, I think, when I was like 21. I've been very inspired by the people in my life, my family and my friends. Just people that I get to interact with. I have a great support system of people who really root for me and are there for me, and also who, I learn different lessons from throughout life. And so those people have inspired me a lot. And then I've also been lucky enough to have a couple of great mentors in music who helped kind of show me the ropes, show me, some different ways of looking at things, or just give me an introduction into what this industry is about. And so those people have really inspired me and also encouraged me to continue moving forward. Fears, so many fears, to be honest, so many. Um, I would say my first biggest fear was, especially when I first started, was sacrificing the things that I thought that I would have to sacrifice in order to do this. Having to sacrifice, feeling like I had to sacrifice my privacy and my family, being able to be there for the people in my life, be there for my friends, be there for my family is really important to me. And in this industry, sometimes it's very hard to do that, especially the way that things used to be. When I first started, it was very much, you don't have any other life outside of what you're doing, and you don't have any privacy or ability to be, if you're going to do this at a highest level and be famous, that's it. You're kind of giving yourself over to the public. And to me, that was a big deterrent and a big fear to me. Another one I think that most of us experience is just the fear of rejection. Being an artist is incredibly personal. This is our very soul that we're bearing to the world. And to sort of like have somebody reject that is a scary proposition. So I would say those are my two biggest fears. This song is the first song of mine that I wrote that I ever performed. And I performed it for the first time I went to Musicians Institute, MI, in Hollywood. I performed it for the first time there. And this is a song that I wrote when I was in high school, and it's a love song. And just I was feeling in love, and just wanted to, share my feelings, write those feelings down. And this song, I wrote this song like super fast. It came to me like all at once, and I think I finished it in like maybe 2 minutes. And that's kind of the flow that I got into, and I, kind of continued that throughout my writing career, my writing process. Stay with that really, just get the inspiration and get it out as fast as possible. So, love like this. So, maybe slow down just a little bit. 1, 2. Baby, what I have with you can never be replaced. I feel like I must have known you in another time and place. You get me so excited whenever you're around. I have been so enlightened by the special love I found. I never had a love like this before. You make me feel so right. Never wanted anyone like this, 'cause baby, you're always on my mind. And now I have all of my prayers answered. The stars are all aligned, and I'm so in love with you. You are one in a million. Tell you how I know it's true, 'cause nobody else I've been with could ever compare to you. I told myself that I would never ever fall, but if you promise to love me, I will give you my all. Never had a love like this before. Never wanted anyone like this, 'cause baby, you're always on my mind. And now I have all of my prayers answered. The stars are all aligned, and I'm so in love with you. Look what you've done to me. You got me so in love, and I can't stop. Hey, and I can't stop. And I never had a love like this before. And I never wanted anyone like this before. And I'm so in love with you. So when I first crossed the threshold of saying that I'm an artist, it's funny because this has happened to a number of times for me throughout my journey. When I first started this, when I was probably the first time I said that to myself was when I was in high school, when I was 16. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. Because I was singing and performing in San Diego when I lived there. And I was working hard towards doing it. And it felt like I had, like a light bulb went off in my mind, because I had always been sort of searching for my purpose and my place in life. And when I aligned with that, it was like almost, like every cell in my body was like, yeah, like this is right. So I think that it felt like I finally found my home, the place that I'm supposed to be and my purpose. The biggest test for me has been actually having almost giving up, basically almost giving up. When I started doing this, I was so passionate and so excited. Um, and I put my all into it, but I was young and I was focused on what other people were telling me, and I needed to make money. I needed to survive. And so I was scared. I was scared of not being able to make ends meet, and I just wanted to be able to make enough money to live. So I viewed it first and foremost as a business, which, it's not a bad thing, but unfortunately, I also in doing that feel like I sold out some of my um, the things that were the most important to me about doing this in the first place. I sort of went with what people told me I should do based off of what would sell, and it didn't always align with my purpose, what I wanted, who I felt that I was, or what I even felt was right for me. And so after kind of banging my head against that wall for a long time, I basically, you know, I moved home and I started to get very discouraged, and a lot of things were going on, personally with my family, and it's always been a little bit easier for me to step into the role of doing for others. And I sort of stopped doing for myself. I was like, well, I know how to help other people, and that's what I'm going to do. So I started doing that, and kind of let music fall by the wayside. And not only did I let it fall by the wayside for me, I was so discouraged that I actually was so hurt by it. Like, I didn't even listen to music for a whole year. I lived in silence for a year, and wouldn't even listen to the radio. I wouldn't listen to anything. Like, it was as soon as the song, I would turn it off. Like, no music. Um and the depression that came with that for me, of what it was like to fall out of alignment with my purpose, that was definitely the biggest test for me, for sure. The motivation comes from having gotten that gift back. When I moved out here to the IE, I started feeling that yearning again to be doing music. I was back on my own. I was back doing for myself. I was actually going to school at Cal Poly, and I there was something missing in my life, and so I started getting involved with the community out here, and I got to be around people who were passionate and doing this, not just with talent, and not just with drive and ambition towards something larger, but also with the passion for their creativity, their raw creativity, and not having lost that, which was something that when I lived in LA, I saw a lot of people having lost that. And so I was so grateful and so inspired that I was able to be around that, and I felt like God had given me back the gift of being able to do this again. And so I, sure as hell I'm not going to squander that gift again. I'm going to make sure that I do it, because I know since I got it back that that really truly is my purpose. What rewards me is honestly the people that I get to be around. I love being like a part of the community. I'm really appreciative of being able to be a part of the community, and also being able to just be around like-minded people and bring people together when I can. That's like one of my greatest joys in life, is to bring people together. This person doesn't know they don't know each other, but I know that they're going to vibe and they're going to be able to create something. So being able to facilitate that is super exciting to me, and just, yeah, just being able to be around that community. I love that. This song I wrote about 2 years ago, a little more than 2 years ago, and I was in a little bit of a low place. I was feeling despairing. My faith was being tested, and I wrote this song to God. I wrote this song talking to God. Um, Basically, talking about the things that I was seeing that I felt were, you know, just causing the world to disconnect from each other, but also restating that even through all of that, I'm maintaining my faith and knowing that that's what we need to do. Bitter is all I taste anymore. Sweetness that lingers is but a distant memory in my mind. Why does the sunrise have no color? Why does the moon shine undercover? Why do we close our eyes to each other? Is it 'cause you're gone, gone? Creator of sunlight, curator of moonshine, please help us to open our eyes and our hearts so we don't become bitter. Hey, it's the taste that weighs us down. When bitter isn't sweet anymore, I ain't got a reason to hold it down. Each day goes by and I feel more afraid of life, but I still have the hope God put inside of me, and I will rise and survive. I will rise, I will rise and survive. Oh, bitter is all I taste anymore. Hey, but I still have the faith. Oh, I won't become bitter, 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 bitter. I won't become bitter. That is a beautiful feeling. Honestly, just gratitude. I'm so grateful because I've wanted this for so long. Every time that I am able to be on stage and perform is like a miracle to me. I feel it's so special. And so whenever I'm done, and to be able to see people singing lyrics back to me that I wrote is a crazy feeling. It's amazing. So like just being able to see that is so special. So I'm always like thanking God every time after a show. Whenever I have my quiet time to myself, like in the car on the way home, I just talk to God like the whole time and just thank God for placing me in a space where I'm able to do that. That lasts for the ride home. Then when I get home, I watch all the videos of the performance, and then I get into, okay, what can I do to be better next time? What can I do to challenge myself to make things a little bit better? I'm always like constantly on to the next way to improve, but yeah, I always try to take the time to be grateful as well. Making it in the industry to me means being able to accomplish one of basically my wildest dream, my craziest dream. Being able to accomplish being the person that I always wanted to be, but never really fully committed to when I was younger, fully believed in, and being able to prove to myself that I am that person, that I deserve this, that this is my purpose. It's it's huge to me. Also, like in a more practical sense, having the time to bring my creations to life. Working a day job is exhausting, and I'm grateful for my job, but I also it leaves me with very little time to accomplish bringing these creativities, these things that I'm creating into form. And so being able to make it in the industry and being able to have this be my main source of income will give me the time needed to be able to do that. I've grown tremendously. Really, I've grown a lot. I think when I first started, I was a raw talent. I've always had a talent for songwriting and for singing. And as I grew, I started rapping. That was something that I never did when I first started. That's something I started recently. And I always wrote raps, and I would like rap for fun, but I never made it a part of my artistry. And I'm grateful, for being able to have the opportunity to do that and have the space to do that. That's something that I never thought that I could do, and grateful to other people for having, shown me that that's possible for me. And I also have just grown in knowing myself more, knowing who I am, and knowing how to put that out there as a part of what I'm creating. So bringing myself and putting that into the things that I'm doing, rather than looking and saying like, oh, what do people expect next, or what do people want, and trying to do that, being trusting. No, okay, like who I am, as long as I stick to that and I'm true to myself, and I'm gonna trust that my purpose will flow and things will flow from that. What do I want? I want to be at peace. I want to be happy. I want to enjoy all of the little things that life has to offer. I'm grateful for what I have. I want to be able to make music my main source of income. I want to be able to make more space from this in my life, and more space for myself in the industry. I want to be able to make myself known and heard on a greater and greater platform, so that I can affect more change and bring about more of myself to people's lives and the things that I feel that I have to offer. And so those are things that I want. But at the end of the day, I'm also grateful for what I have. There's a drought in the heat wave, driving us insane. We didn't know what was missing. Can I see you again? Oh, it's time for the rain to come, and our hearts beat as one. Take me over and over again, till there ain't nothing left. Take my breath. Your soul shines a light on me. You know, gotta get it right for me. Take it slow if you're diving deep. This control is so heavenly. I need that monsoon season. Soon as you're here, I been traveling far away, never needed a place to stay. Take the time to lay our bags down and honor this beauty we found. Your mind is a jungle, my heart pulls you under. Take me over and over and over again till there ain't nothing left. Take my breath. Ay, I saw you in a dream, so I know you got what I need, low key. I ain't never fiend, but the thought of you got me dying to get out this heat to your water. I know I'm swimming upstream, but I don't care. Call with every fiber of your being and I'll be there. Just say the word to me and I'm prepared to give up everything for the love that we share. Come to me, I know you still got love for me, still wanna kiss and hug on me. I got you trapped in my mind, fantasy, but the taste of your kiss so real to me. I know you feel for me, shock a system when we get close. Every time we get together, leaving so difficult. I just wanna see how deep does your river go. Bring it home to me, release, let the water flow. Monsoon season, as soon as you're here, I need, hey, your soul shines a light on me. Oh, you know, gotta get it right for me. Take it slow if you're diving deep. This country road is so heavenly. Hey, hey, your soul shines a light on me, and you know, gotta get it right for me. Take it slow if you're diving deep. This country road is so heavenly.